When I was a young girl, my father fought in the Guild Wars. He gave up his life, keeping our home safe. Because of his sacrifice, I grew up to know the meaning of the word peace. But now, a new threat rises from the west. A malevolence that seeks to destroy all my father fought for. I know not the name of this evil. Soon, though, it will know mine. The days of peace are over.
So that was a pretty cool trailer, huh? Yeah, I remember that. And that's an HD, which we didn't get an HD version of that trailer until way more recently. It looked way rougher back in the day, but pretty nice, huh? Yeah, that always brings me back some good nostalgic memories. Well, this is the game itself, the game proper. When you start up, when you pick a character slot, this is the first thing that comes up. It asks if you want to make a role-playing character or a PvP character, because Guild Wars had a very strong emphasis on PvP. They're called ArenaNet for a reason. They've fallen out of favor in that. They're really not that way nowadays with Guild Wars 2. So I wouldn't say it's very heavy PvP. They definitely, I mean, they still let you PvP at level 1, basically, or level 2. So they're still very open to the PvP mindset, but that's besides the point. Anyway, we're going to be doing roleplay, because that's where all the story and all the actual stuff is. So we're going to do roleplay. Guild Wars had 3 standalone. The cool thing about Guild Wars is they had 3 products that they could all connect. Like, you could start with any one and go to the other one. So they all worked as expansions, but they're called campaigns because each is a campaign, because they're all self-contained stories. To be fair, the first 2, Prophecies and Factions, really ties into a lot of Nightfall stuff. But you don't have to play it in that order. You can learn it retroactively. It's not that important. Chronologically, it's best to start Prophecies. It is the most, it's the OG. Back in my day when I started, this was just called Guild Wars. It wasn't even called Prophecies. It actually didn't get the Prophecies moniker until Nightfall came out. Because it was just Guild Wars and Factions, and then Nightfall, so there was Guild Wars, Prophecies, Factions, and Nightfall. There's also a actual traditional expansion called Eye of the North, which is what this background is representing, and that one is a true expansion in a sense that you have to own at least one of these 3 to get access to it, which is also why you can't choose it as a starting, because it's not a starting thing. So we're going to start with Prophecies, and these are our Prophecies characters that we can choose, our professions as they're referred to. It's like your class. On my original playthrough, and what I normally play even today in Guild Wars 2, I play a ranger. But we're going to try to not do that. I want to play something a little different, have a little fun. Honestly, I'm thinking I might roll warrior. I know warrior is very self-efficient, very useful, powerful class for self-play, which is what we'll mostly be doing. So I'm thinking I'm going to roll warrior. But all of these are great. They're classics. You are what you'd think. Mesmer, though, is very... When I think Guild Wars, I think Mesmer. It's the most Guild Wars-y class. The Master of Illusion, Misdirection, and Control. The Mesmer subverts damage-dealing capabilities of others, manipulating their perceptions to achieve personal goals. Basically, they're like psychic. It's kind of weird, but basically they're psychics. They cast illusions and they mess with your mind. I don't know. They're like psychics. It's pretty cool. It's very Guild Wars to me. But we're gonna roll Warrior. I think Warrior just classic, can't go wrong. Very basic, easy class to roll. And I haven't really played one, so we're gonna roll Warrior. Yeah. Look at these. Oh, I love these character art. Look at these models. It's fantastic. Very nostalgic for me. I'm a male, so we're gonna go male. All right, and then you have some basic hair you can choose from. Let's see. He-Man. I kind of like the ponytail. Let's rock a ponytail, sure. And then we can choose different hair color. We'll go with that. Yeah, go black. Like my own. What do we want for faces? Want the scar? Do we want that? Yeah. Who doesn't like a nice battle scar? Yeah. Look at that. One time our hair got in our face, and because of that we couldn't see, and we got cut, and now we keep our hair up. Lesson learned. That's the origin story. You now know. It happened in training. Although I look older, but that's fine. Alright, what do we want? What do we got here? I imagine if you're a warrior, you'd get the sun, right? Let's see. That's probably pretty good. Yeah. I feel like that's just too pasty. And that's unhealthy. Unhealthy, too pasty. I think a nice tan. We're going to be mostly in armor anyway. You're never really going to even see any of this, so perfect. You can like scale yourself. Whoa, do you want to be a huge boy? It doesn't really. I always wish this would give me. I think it's like 5 feet to like maybe it's like 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not really sure. We'll be like a little above average, a little above the median, right? Yeah, seems fair. In the beginning, you can dye your armor. This is going to quickly be replaced, but why not? What do we want? Brown was the OG color. Like, this is what, originally, this is what it looked like. Classic. I like blue. You could be a boy. You could be a blue boy. Or do you want, let's go for that. Let's go for the real, authentic feel. Before they let you dye your starting armor, it was just, boom. You started out like that. Perfect. So we need a name. Just because it's me, and we're gonna make sure it's me. Let's go. We could have spaces, so we can do the lazy stage. Like that. Sure. Perfect. Not taken. Now, this opening cinematic is great, so let's just give it a nice listen.
The last day dawns on the kingdom of Ascalon.
I will always remember that quote.
It arrives with no fanfare, no tolling of alarms. Those who will remember will speak fondly of the warm morning breeze.
Oh, I remember.
People carry on with their daily lives, unaware that in a short while, everything they have ever known will come to an end.
This is so nostalgic for me. I love it. I love Guild Wars 1. One of my favorite games.
Scribe? Yes, my lord. These Char are relentless, but we shall hold the wall at all costs. Yes, my lord. Take this message to Sir Titus. Go forth and recruit the strongest, the smartest. Bring to me the bravest in all of Ascalon.
Coming up, baby.
Find me the heroes who will lead our kingdom to glory.
As you command, my king.
And he has such a cool sword. It's a cool sword. I love it. Here I am. Yeah, so my cape on. First thing we're gonna do, Ascalon City. I don't really want to have the cape, so I don't even inventory. Yeah, inventory. Wow, it's been a while since I played. Let's just always hide. I'd rather not have it. All right, and this is where the game starts. It just pans to you. So, since Guild Wars 2 has no real Z axis. There's no jump. The closest thing to a jump we have is you can type jump, and your character will do a little jump. That's about it. So you just move with ASD or WASD, or you can click to walk. Very simple. Excuse me, you're the lazy sage, aren't you? I think Sir Titus was looking for you. He said he had some good news for you. I like good news. And then the first quest, message from a friend. And then it begins. So this whole beginning area is called pre-searing. Most people just refer to it as pre. It's a very big, in-depth tutorial area, and actually there's some people who just stay in pre forever. Like, those are some real people. They love, it has its own economy, it has its own, like, meta, it has its own systems. Like, it's a very, very intricate part of the game, and once you leave, you can never come back. So some people just opt to stay here forever, and they just play in the little beginning area. That's how, like, fleshed out. It's not like the most thing in the world, but enough to have a little community, apparently. There you are, my friend. I'm glad you are here. I have news that I think you'll appreciate. Man, that quest turn in reward. Good stuff. I've been looking for you everywhere, the lazy sage. The king has ordered a new offense against the Char. This is your chance for glory and adventure, but you'll need to know more about your craft before going north of the wall. Tell you what, travel to the southwest gate, which will take you to Lakeside County. I'll have Van the Warrior waiting for you outside. He can show you a trick or two. Thank you, Sir Titus. I'm on my way. You can just talk to people again. Alright, so off we go. People have titles and stuff. I probably do too, but I don't want any of them on. Yeah, I got some titles from my account from playing. I'm a big fan. I've been playing a lot. People just hanging out, dancing, having fun. We don't have anything, so we're just gonna go. So the way Guild Wars works is it's not a traditional MMO. Basically, towns and outposts like Ascalon City, which we're about to read here in a minute, they're basically like advanced lobbies where you can meet up with people, and then when you go out into the actual world, it's instanced for you in your party. It's like this unique system. It's pretty cool. But let's read what it says. Ascalon City, the largest city in the kingdom. Ascalon City is known for its beautiful architecture, numerous libraries, and bountiful shops. Because it is where many noble families make their home, it tends to receive the largest number of visitors, and it has become the cultural center of Ascalon. So it's not technically even the capital, Ascalon City. It's really just the biggest. But it's not the capital, just like the most populated area. And we'll see more. I see there's a quest over there, but we'll worry about that later. We have to just do the starting area first. So let's go. We'll load up Lakeside County. Alright. There we go. Van the Warrior. Alright, the lazy sage. I was asked to see to it that you learn what it means to be a warrior. You've heard the stories, no doubt. Warriors are impossible to kill. They are capable of incredible feats of endurance, and they are deadly in close combat. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's me. Yeah. Listen to what I have to say, and you just might learn how to accomplish all these feats and more. I have a little challenge in mind to prepare you for what it's like to be a warrior. Live through this, and you're well on your way. A horde of scale have appeared at the river. Get down there and take care of them, and I mean all of them. When you're finished, report back to me. So we get 500 experience, frenzy, and a healing scene. Alright. Yes, sir. So yeah, so then you can follow the green arrow, or you can just go. So the way Guild Wars works, I really like is, see this circle around us? This is called your I'm not sure what it's called in game. Everyone just calls it your aggro bubble. But things won't attack you until they enter this bubble. Once you're in this bubble, your little thing, they will attack. So here we go. I have no abilities right now. I can only auto attack, which is fine. Level 0. So whatever. Boom. Look at that. And a shield dropped. Great. But we can't use it because we're currently using a hammer. And hammer takes 2 hands, so. Cool. Not a problem. We gotta take out all of them. So, the thing about Guild Wars is that when you kill enemies, they do not respawn. Because it's an instance world for just you, what's dead is dead. You know what I mean? Well, those are dead. Unless you obviously, like, reload the instance. Yeah. It allows you to do quests and things just set up. You don't have to worry about sharing mobs or any of that. It's not really a traditional MMO, and they really don't even really call it that. The marketing back then, they referred to it as something else. Yeah, so even they knew this is no World of Warcraft, I'll tell you that much. But, you know, I kind of like it. The thing, too, is that it hasn't ever been really replicated. Not to my knowledge. Finally, finished off all the scale, did you? Well, it took you long enough, but I've seen worse. Someday, with the right training, you may make something of yourself. I'll start by giving you a couple of skills. I'm heading back to town, but I suspect Haversdan will arrive shortly to advise you about what to do next. So is there like another character? Yep, look, there he is. Haversdan. Bye. They're like, alright, I'm leaving. And then new man shows up, takes a spot. I'm not really sure why they felt the need to do that, but the shift was over. Shift's done. Work done. Now you're the warrior Sir Titus was telling me about, aren't you? Well, I imagine he's right that you've got potential, but potential won't save you from a Char firestorm. Experience will. I suggest you head southwest to Ashford and talk to Devona. She's bound to have a task or two for you. Now, Devona was the person talking in that trailer we watched at first. That was the original. That's Devona. She's one of the main, or Devona. She's one of the main characters throughout the games, and she's like one of the prominent NPCs. So here's a quest. With all the dangers out in Lakeside, I can't believe the number of people who go running around by themselves. Why? I've already got my hands full resurrecting falling soldiers with some novice warrior adding to the burden. Don't people know there are plenty of folks in Ascon City who'd be perfectly happy to join them in their adventures? I'll tell you what, if you promise to do your adventuring with an ally, I'll gladly give you a signet that can resurrect fallen party members. Alright, so this is a very useful thing. You get a resurrecting. Basically, everyone can resurrect at least with a resurrection signet. Certain classes have better resurrection skills, or skills that do different things like heal from range, or faster, or cost more but may give them more health when they spawn. Well, everyone can get a resurrection signet. The only thing is, the original quest to get it is you need to actually team up with somebody and then come out here. So I'm going to have to go into the town and see if I can find someone who's willing to party up with me so I can go get my res signet. We'll see. We'll find out. I bet we can. Whoa. Calm down there, Gwen. I left my flute by the river, but there are lots of scary monsters there now. I don't know what to do. Can you maybe go and kill them and bring my flute back? Can you kill them? Sure, Gwen. Thank you. I can't wait. I know you'll find it. Quest added. Gwen's flute. So now we're going to go look for Gwen's flute. You don't have... You can choose... You can change up your thing. We don't actually know... We see the starburst right here, but that's just the return to her. She just said by the river. So this is a quest that's a little more vague. It's just like, it's by the river somewhere. So you can go by the river. Oh look, there it is. Broken flute. Wasn't too hard to find. Everything's already dead since we killed it already. So nothing to worry about. So take the broken flute. Boom, and now quest update. Gwen's flute. Gwen ended up becoming a pretty predominant character as well later in the future. And her ancestor is a character in Guild Wars 2, actually. Or descendant, not ancestor. Sorry, she is the ancestor of a descendant. So we have 2 skills now. We have Frenzy and Healing Signet, but we have no enemies to do them on yet, so we'll find it. There we go. Oh, thanks for finding my flute. Oh no, it's broken. Oop. I missed what it said. Oh no, it's broken. Oh, there we go. I think I'm going to follow you, or I'll wait here. So you can have her follow you, and she'll actually heal you. If she's following you, she'll heal you and stuff. She, like, every once in a while she plays her flute and it gives you some additional health. So yeah, so let's head back in. I'm gonna see if we can quickly find a partner for a resurrection signet. Let's find out, right? Res signet. Can anyone party with me for my res signet? Yeah, look at that. Boom. Took no time at all. Adventures with an ally. See? See? Boom. You got yourself an ally, you say? Well then, I'll give you the resurrection signet so that you can raise your allies. You might save me some work. Ooh. Then we bow. What's a let's play? Yay, I'll be on TV. They'll be known on TV as the kind hero who helped out in episode 1. There. See? Perfect. And with that, the first episode is complete. We have our res signet, we did our first quest, and we're on to more greatness. I will catch you in the next one. Till then, stay super.